guys, this is Emperor Chihaya Moondragon, or just Chihaya Moon, however you want to say it. Now, a couple of things. One, I've been checking the books that we've done reviews on, Raising a Bat, Blood Bank, and Stalking Killing. Now, I just finished Stalking Killing. They had 2 updates. It's getting pretty good, guys. It's getting kind of creepy, getting kind of good. I didn't check the other ones because it's kind of late. But I wanted to do a review on a movie that I watched. It's called Slender. Now, the reason that you guys are getting this update kind of late was because I wanted to do it when I actually watched it, which was in Florida. I can't remember the exact date. But unfortunately, all I had was my phone, and my phone couldn't record the appropriate runtime. So I was like, well, we can't have that. But let me take you through Slender. Basically, it uses the Blair Witch formula. It's bad. It is a movie, but it's so under budget. It's only by a couple of people, and basically what it is, it's these guys that start hearing the story about Slender Man through this woman who claims that her 2 little boys were taken by Slender Man, and that she was on 2 different medications, so she's acting like she's schizophrenic, or, you know, however you want to pronunciate that. I'm not good at pronunciation. We all know that. But what makes it a bad movie is, first of all, if you've seen Blair Witch, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen Paranormal Activity, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's slow, and it's terrible. What makes it worse is that they decide, and I don't know why they thought this was a good idea, but they thought, since they've heard this story about Slender Man to this woman, they get this great idea to call the kids' school and ask them, hey, we want to use your property because we want to film on it. Well, I'm thinking, okay, so they're going to do this during the day. No, they do it at night, and they make one of the guys into Slender Man. The woman, one of the guy's girlfriends, makes an actual Slender Man outfit for him, and he's on stilts. And they're like, oh, well, we want to scare the crap out of her so we can get a legit reaction from her. And I'm thinking, that's just mean. That's cruel. You don't do that to somebody, whether it's a fictional character or not. And then it takes a 180. Like, they don't even barely talk about Slender Man. They barely do. It barely has nothing or anything to do with Slender Man. And when they're doing this so-called prank, it basically goes awry to where the lights go off, the woman's missing, they can't find her, they find the one guy that was dressed up as Slender Man down on the floor, so it's either A, it's his costume, or B, he really got messed up. And the ending is terrible. They try to pull that jump scare where the woman, like, turns around and her face isn't even normal. It's just like the flesh just coming out. And it's terrible. Now, would I watch this again? No. Not really. You know how bad it's so bad that when they were asked to do homework about Slender Man, the one kid's like, oh, well, I found this game about him. Well, the game came out in like 2012, so what does that tell you? Now, there is another film about Slender Man, but it's a documentary. Now, I am going to watch that one, but I really wanted you guys to see this. It's not worth it. I mean, if you want to watch it for curiosity to just see how bad it is, go ahead. I watched it because I was asked to watch it, and it was actually supposed to be me and my mom watching it. Well, my mom kind of clunked out after a couple hours because the filler that they put at the beginning is just stupid. Like, you could get better footage at a Walmart. I mean, if they're looking for good footage, they could just go there. But it's kind of so bad that it's almost unbelievable. And another thing they tried to do the same thing they did in the Slender Man video games. You know how in the video game, if sorry, I'm on my view, so that somebody is talking. You know how in the game Slender Man, that if he got too close to you, your camera would get all like glitchy? Well, they were doing that, and I'm like, oh, that's so stupid. I mean, why do you do that? So, I was like, I don't get where they were trying to come from, or if they thought this documentary was going to be a good idea. It went from being a documentary to being a prank. And it wasn't that, I didn't think it was that good. I didn't think it was that smart. You know, and what school is going to allow, these were maybe young adults, maybe in their 20s or 30s. I'm thinking, what school is going to allow these people to be on their property, unsupervised, filming? I mean, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. One bad thing, boom. You know, and the other thing I found interesting when I was like, well, did this actually happen, or are they just trying to be, you know, scary? They were showing a police officer off camera, and it was the actual footage from the dashboard of him actually being attacked by Slender Man. Now, we don't see it, obviously. We hear it, but we don't see it. And then the next thing that we do see are the crime scene photos where this officer has been, you know, like, almost like stabbed through a tree, and he's like way up high in the tree. And I'm like, okay, well, we didn't see this happen, and we don't see how high he's up, so how do we know that this actually was Slender Man? And so I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, I'm trying to type and do this review at the same time, and I'm not good at either one. You know, because I'm me. But, like I said before, if you want to see this movie just to say, well, it can't be that bad, take a look at it. Maybe you might like it. If you like those kind of movies where it's, you know, low budget, a low crew, and they do everything themselves, go ahead and watch it. You might like it. But I wasn't into it. Now, when I watched the actual documentary, which I think the documentary is called Beware of Slender Man, I will definitely let you guys know about that, even though my channel is more about, you know, anime. And yeah, I know I keep saying this, I know I keep putting it off. I am going to start watching Attack on Titan. I just got Netflix, like, maybe 3 days ago, but I was in Florida, and I didn't have enough time to watch the entire first season. And I am also going to get on DVD Book of Murder, the fourth season, The Black Butler, which maybe we'll get some new theories on that, guys. Because you all know how I am about those theories, I tell you. I'm trying to think of what else I can say about this movie. There's really not much I can say about it. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, if I had to compare it, I mean, I have seen Paranormal Activity. And to me, I didn't even watch the ending, guys. I didn't watch the ending because it was just too slow. Even, you know, the night cycles in that movie, everything about it was slow, and I didn't like how they trick you in by they showing you the audience reactions to this movie. Honestly, for them to get those kind of reactions out of the audience, I think they were showing them something completely different, to be honest with you. I think they were showing them something completely different. But yeah, Slender. And if you guys want the full title of this, it's actually called Slender, Don't Trust the Shadows. That's the full title, but it's, it's in thin print. Oh, and if you guys also want to know just how long this is, it's actually 90 minutes. It's 90 minutes. And the majority of this is all shot in like cell phones. They go from cell phone footage to actual camera footage. But anyway, guys, I'm seeing the runtime. And it's getting a bit long, and we don't need it that long. So, this is Jahia Moondragon. And as always, I will see you in the next anime. Bye-bye!